Hello, today I'd like to show you my solution to the former interview question I found on Google Tech Dev Guide. The question itself is about decompressing the string input. Uh, this is the example of the input to something like this. So general rule of this is the general rule. The main rule is that we need to decompress what is in the brackets. We need to repeat it that many times that the digit before the bracket states. Okay, so some other rules of this exercise. Um, Digits can have multiple characters. Like this. There also can be nested input. So then there can be brackets inside of the brackets. The only allowed characters are digits, small English letters, and brackets. Digits only represents the amount of repetitions, letters are just letters, brackets are the part of the syntax, and quite important that input is always valid, so we don't need to validate it at the beginning. All right, so I will talk about my general idea of a solution on the example case I've invented. Yeah. Okay. So let's skip to the code. Okay. So here are a couple other of testing scenarios I tested, but here's the test case on which I will explain my algorithm. So basically, there's a main loop which just iterates through the whole input, and if it finds the letter, it just adds it to the string builder. Mm, it just added to the builder to the output, and if it finds a digit, it runs the compress function, which decompresses what's inside, because inside there can be some other nested function which will be decompressed recursively, and that's why uh, the input is given to the decompress function. We also need to remember that the numbers can have more than one digit, and we also need to think about some edge cases like those. Okay, so the main function is the compress function. Like I said before, if it finds letter, it just add it to the output, and if it finds a digit, it runs the decompress nested function with the parameters, um, the index of the input where the digit was found, and the input itself. And here's quite important part, that the compress nested function, which I will show later, is setting the global variable index, and then index of this loop. So the counter of this loop is set to that index, to not to iterate through that nested part once again. So for example, if we go to the decompress nested function over here, will the index will be set to this position, and after getting back from that nested, from the compressed nested, we'll start again on in that main loop. We'll start again on this position. Yeah, so let's go to the decompress nested function, and it's quite easy, I guess. It just iterates through the input, from the position start, which was taken from here. Yeah. And if it finds a digit, uh, it can. There's another condition. So basically, if the digit is consecutive, so something like this, something like here, so it's 1 and then it's 0. The in middle is set to false, and we know that we're still well writing a string of the input integer. And if it's not consecutive, so we found after the digit we found a bracket, for example. We're setting, if we found a bracket, we're setting this variable in middle to true, and then we know that in the input we get, there's another nested brackets. So something like this, something like here. And then we run the decompress nested function once again. We set index of this loop at this time to that global variable index, not to iterate through it again after getting back from that nested function. Okay, so this was the what happens if we find digit. Now, if we find bracket, we know that opening bracket, we know that the string, that the digit string was over, so we can parse that times string to the integer and set flag in middle to true. And then if we find a letters, we just put that letters to the temp output, and after finding the closing brackets, we just repeat that many times as that integer found at the beginning states, and add it to the output uh, which is returned here. And after that, it is appended to the whole main input. Then we set that global variable index to know where to start decompressing, either after exiting in this place or either after exiting in this place. And after that, we returning the output, which is added to the whole main output. And yeah, basically that's it. Okay, so now I will run this for this example output. Let's do it. Yeah, as we can see, it decoded the output, so it found a letter. So this is if it found the letter, it just added to the output. Here it is. Then it should add a and two a and two a's, and then we have a nested part. So it should be x and then to this twice. So there's x and to this twice. There should be 10 c's and then nothing more, because this with 0 repeated w and 2 times repeated nothing. So it is like this. Yeah. So basically that's it. It seems it's working. I also was running this on those inputs. You you can check them by yourself. The code to that the compress string class will be given in the description of this. Also link to the Google Tech Dev Guide also will be in the description. Yeah, so that's it. See you in next time. Bye.